What do you think, chat? Think we can win any matches this league? I'm unsure. I'm going to set my expectations low. I'd love to play first. We have the card my deck is named after, among others. So I had to crash and burn. Look, I would just like to combo twice. I would like to combo twice. Oh wait, I should make colors of mana with this, right? Blue, red, cast this. Do I want to Thoughtcast here? I probably want to Thoughtcast here, right? It only cost me 3. Or it cost me 2. And pass the turn here. I don't want to expose this to removal if I can avoid it. My gut says this is a worse Cheerios. Here's hoping. Alright, hopefully we kill them this turn. Here's hoping they're dead. I have no idea if we can turn 3 or not. We're about to find out, though. Alright, so if I play this, I can play this. I have 6 mana total here. It's okay. It's okay. Am I supposed to cast this? Yeah, well, this is tapped if we don't pick it up. So I'm pretty sure we're supposed to pick it up. Cast this. I cast this. Can I get back to 4 here? I'm pretty sure I can get back to 4 here, right? I cast this. Yeah, can I get back to 4? Yeah, because this other Mox Opal lets me get back to 4. I cast this. Cast this. I don't know what we're doing, chat. I'm not sure we can, like, does this deck have ways to generate extra mana? It's exactly Mox Opal for generating extra mana. If I keep going, can I actually do anything here? I don't actually know if we can do anything here, chat. I think I might have made a terrible mistake. How do we... This might be only a few match league. I'm not sure. Cause like we're like... You know, I just like Thoughtcast and pass? And we can draw a bunch of cards here. Like, I could put this into play and draw 1, 2... I could draw 6 cards, but then I can't do anything, right? We have to have Reservoir in play first. That's fair. I think I'm supposed to pass. I think I'm supposed to pass. I think I'm supposed to... Yeah, I think I'm supposed to do this and put the Opal into play. And that also, by putting this other Opal into play, it insulates me against a discard spell. So if they play a discard spell, I just like PO in response and pick all my stuff up. No, I don't want to Thoughtcast. I want to hold up Paradoxical Outcome in case they play Thoughtseize. They really don't want to lose this card. Because this way, if they play Thoughtseize, I'll just be like, all right, PO, pick everything up. Sure. All right, so now we just go to the end of turn. This card says, at the beginning of the end step, if you control the artifact. So now that we're past the beginning of the end step, yeah, I can just pick everything up now, right? I'm pretty sure I understood how Magic worked. So yeah, so if they played a discard spell, I'd leave one of these things in play. But because they didn't play a discard spell, I should do this in the end of turn, and we'll draw 5 cards here. And I'm still not actually sure if we can win the game, but I'm not really glad we joined a friendly league with this one. Deep. Make blue here. All right, I should have done that first, right? Whenever you cast a spell, you gain 1 life for each spell you've cast this turn. All right, so if I do this, I'm not like doing something wrong, right? This deck just doesn't do anything. I feel like the deck list I was given is missing a card. Or maybe it's some kind of bad joke. The deck just doesn't... I just assume when I look at combo decks that look kind of like they have interesting cards, there's just like a combo I'm missing. But yeah, there's nothing I'm missing, right? It's just this deck is awkward, or does it do anything, maybe? Remember that time where I always say I'm gonna vet the deck lists better, and then I never do? This is blowback for this. I definitely shouldn't have cast these first. That's correct. I should have started on Manamorphose, but then I had to cast some of these actually to cast Thoughtcast, right? So actually I did have to cast these because I needed these in play to cast Thoughtcast. just timing people out. I'm just gonna stick to our strict. If you're gonna tell me I'm wrong and not tell me why you're wrong, you're gonna take a 10-minute timeout. We can probably win this turn, right? I mean, for all my complaining about it not doing anything, we appear to be winning. Spells? Alright, I mean, maybe we need to draw a spell. Castable spell? Castable spell? Alright, is that a castable? That's a castable spell, right? It's just good clean living. Prism for prism, right? I don't know what we're getting, but it's gonna be excellent. Hodoken! Hodoken! Alright, look at that. Alright, oh, this is how we actually win. Busted sideboard cards. Got it. Got it. Blood Moon and Rest in Peace. Get in here, guys. Get in here. Alright. I mean, like, how busy should be, right? I mean, I feel like I'm missing something. Because, like, we Paradoxical Outcome, and then nothing happened. And I was just like, oh. Oh, yeah, Welding Jar is great. Welding Jar is great. Are you sure this isn't just Belcher, right? Do I want the Blood Moons? I'm not going to board the Blood Moons in on the draw. We'll board them in on the play. It's easier to submit 65 plus. That it is. That it is. Do you think Rip is not worth it? I guess that's fair. Maybe we'll just board in 2 jars. Look, for all my belly aching, the deck the deck's literally unbeatable so far in our testing process. So maybe we should suck it up and try and learn what we're doing here. I'm gonna trim these Manamorphose. Pan-dazed. I can drink in the stream now. It's a 21-month resubscription. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Welcome back. The 5-0 10-0 dream, alive and well, confirmed. The classic, play my Memnite to turn on my Spire of Industry to cast Serum Visions. That actually isn't true. I literally only had 4 mana the turn I cast Paradoxical. The turn I cast the other thing. It literally was out of mana. And in fact, if I would have played the Springleaf Drums out that turn, I wouldn't have had them to generate more Storm the following turn. I would have gained less health. So you are very wrong. Very, very wrong. All right, I'm gonna put this Memnite into play. Paradoxical Outcome? I think that's what we want. I don't know. If that's not what I want, I don't understand what this deck is doing. Oh, you're right. It would have been free, right? I could do this, this, and then, yeah, that would have been way better, right? I didn't make the good play because I don't understand how these cards work, because I haven't played Affinity in a long time. You are correct in that. Actually, we would have been able to play Mox Opal last turn, and we actually would have been able to play Mox Opal, have a ban, have a ban. That's just not even a timeout. That's just fuck off. All right, so we found a reservoir. I have an island on top of my deck. That's probably fine. Do I want to land here? I think I want to land. Yeah, I'll take a land for next turn. Yeah, because like last turn, so for people that are wondering what I messed up, if last turn if I would have gone Darksteel Citadel, Springleaf Drum, Memnite to play the Serum Visions, then I would have also had 3 artifacts in play, and I could have played Mox Opal and cast both Serum Visions last turn, actually. And then, if I would have done that, I actually would have been able to cast Aetherflux Reservoir on this turn too, right? With the Mox Opal. So we're actually pretty significantly behind from my missequencing. No, I'm pretty sure we learned from the last game that I want Aetherflux Reservoir in play before I start playing Paradoxical Outcomes. Do I want to just draw 3 here? They're like obviously holding up artifact destruction, right? I think I'm just gonna draw 3. Attack you for 1. Ding. Like they kept their hand for a reason, right? They're gonna edict me? Why should I have tapped Memnite and Drum and left a land up? What does leaving a land up accomplish? I'd rather hit them for 1 point of damage, right? Yeah, feels like an edict, right? I don't know, but leaving a mana up certainly does nothing. So like the potential of doing something as opposed to certainly doing nothing seems fine. That land could have set up a prism. How? This costs 2 mana. You're saying I should have played out a Mox Opal aggressively? I don't think that's true. You think I should be playing my Mox Opals out aggressively? I don't actually know. Am I supposed to be playing out Mox Opals aggressively? I felt like I'm supposed to be holding Mox Opals up for the combo turn. But maybe I don't understand what I'm doing. There's a very good chance I just don't understand what I'm doing. So maybe I'm supposed to like play an Opal and play out another Pentad Prism here? So it's like have a bunch of mana the turn we combo? Alright, I'd buy that for $1. I thought we were supposed to be holding them, but maybe not. I guess getting these into play is like kind of better than just doing nothing. Do I want to reverse? I could reverse engineer burning 2 of the counters off a Pentad Prism, but if I was going to do that, I just shouldn't have cast the other Pentad Prism, right? I suppose I have enough mana now where I could PO for a bunch on my next turn and then have extra mana left over. I think I'm going to bin reverse engineer here. I think I'm going to bin reverse engineer because like this is extra mana next turn while I combo hopefully, because I don't have another discard spell. I'm just going to pick a bunch of stuff up on my next turn and try and start going. I can draw 4 with this outcome and like have like 5 mana left over or so. Them passing is good for us. Those are completely different decks, Bio. They're just different things. That's like asking me, is walking to the park better than, I don't know, driving my car there? Yeah, they both get me to the park, but like the walking gets me exercise while the other one saves me time. So like they aren't the same result, if that makes sense. I don't know, Zach. I feel like I'm not going to have mana this turn when I try and go off, right? And the Mox Opal is +1 mana. I don't know. I'm going to draw a bunch of cards already. I guess they're going to shatter one of these. So I'm only going to get to draw 3. Holding the land here means I get to discard the land. So I assume I'm like going to lose Mox Opal. They're shocking me? That seems worse than making me discard a card. No, the legend rule is a state-based action. You cannot respond to it. Make blue mana, make a red mana, sure. I mean, now I wish I had my other thing still. All right, don't Maelstrom Pulse me. I definitely foobarred my early turns in this game. Was far less efficient than I could and should have been. Opponent doesn't have anything going on though. They just kept a hand with just like a bunch of disruption and no pressure. So like we're gonna have time to like draw Thoughtcasts and reverse engineers and more POs, right? I mean, I need sure. I'm casting the spells because the Pentad having more mana the turn I draw a Paradoxical Outcome is valuable, chat. We've established from the first game the issue mid combo is that we need to. So drawing a Reservoir encourages me to hold spells. Also, there's like a fucking Liliana right here in play. So like getting my hand empty is good too. Deck's full of discard spells in their hand. Alright. You can take a 10-minute timeout. Don't tell me how magic cards work if you're not going to read them first. It's good life advice. You should know the rules before you lecture someone on how the rules work. You can, in fact, not bounce Darksteel Citadel with Paradoxical Outcome. Paradoxical Outcome explicitly says non-land card, and this happens to say land. It's strange, I know. I think this is going to be a few matches and then done. I don't understand what this deck is trying to accomplish. I should have skimmed this deck list better. The deck had a lot of sweet cards in it, and I'm going to be honest, when I skimmed it, when someone sent it in, I assumed there was a combo I was missing. And nope, it just turns out it just really clunky. We did win game one. I feel like it was by a mistake almost, but we did in fact win game one. Well, I mean, so when people just come in and look at decks like this and say they're better than, or this is just worse than Normal Storm, like, that's not fair, because like Normal Storm loses to cards like Rest in Peace, and it loses to Surgical Extractions a lot of time. This is a Storm style deck that doesn't learn about Graveyard Hate. I couldn't tell you what the text box on Heartbeat of Spring is without looking the card up, so I have no idea. Now, we've got Pentad Prism and Springleaf and Mox Opal and stuff. I think Whir is fine. Yeah, Manamorphose really just feels like a filler card in this deck, so I don't mind trimming it. That's good for us. Dece. Oh, that sequencing was bad, right? Yeah, that sequencing was bad. I'm really bad at playing lands out in this deck. Now I have to burn a counter off of this when I wouldn't have had to. Yeah, if I would have played the Spire of Industry. So I'm like 1 mana short here now. That's not true, Neurotoxin. Manamorphose fills a lot of different things in a lot of different decks, more so than just being a filler card. So I think what you just said is objectively incorrect. Like, a good example of doing more than just being a filler card is in the Mardu Pyromancer deck, where in addition to being like a pseudo filler style card, it also I'm gonna go top here. I think I'm just worrying at the end of turn, right? Because I can make... No, I can't whir. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Not worrying. Don't have blue. The Springleaf Drum is still fine here because it like picks up with PO. I would have had Metalcraft when I put the Pentad Prism into play. Yeah. So I would have... Yeah. Opal counts itself. Yeah. So I didn't... I'm short a counter here because I messed up. My sequencing was bad. Yeah, I mean, if they don't have pressure, we can sit around and just dirtle and draw a bunch of cards, right? Like, that's fine. And there's like Stone Raining me and playing discard spells. Yeah, I understand what the deck is trying to do. It's just not a particularly powerful plan, especially in a format like Modern. So I can whir for 3 here. It doesn't really accomplish much, right? Bloodbraid Elf. Yep. Spinziville. It's pretty good. So I'm gonna block and then PO here, I think. Just draw 3, especially since I have another PO. Play this out. I cast this Thoughtcast. I can't set up to whir for what I want just yet. Just try and build more things, I think. Oh, it cost me 1 more mana. Alright, so I want to play this Pentad Prism out first. Now, PO explicitly says non-land cards. We've not played Sultai yet. Ornithopter's good because I have another Springleaf Drum. I really don't want to Serum Visions at this point. Reverse Engineer's kind of slow. So next turn... Do I have enough to get going next turn? It's like when we played Unsubstantiate for a lot of yesterday. People were just like constantly, why didn't you unsubstantiate their Planeswalker? I think so, Mage. Oh, is that URL dead? I haven't written there much. I think I only posted like 3 things in the entirety of last year. They restructured the blog site I write for restructured their stuff, so I think the URL's probably changed. I can't work for 0, chat. Alright, so we're taking 8. I mean, it's not confusing if you read the magic card. I could understand you saying it's hard to remember, but it's also like not hard to look up a card before you talk about it. Yeah, I mean, we can whir for 4, but does that accomplish anything? Can we whir for 4 and PO this turn is the question. But if we whir for 4 and PO, then we also need mana to like play ship back out. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can whir and have 2 mana left over. I don't know if we can live through the turn. This is 3, 4, 5, 8. We could technically live through the turn with a blocker.
I'm aware it's 3, so I said 3, 4, 5. I could just like Springleaf Drum, Thopter, pass. I could Whir, cast 2 spells, gain 5. I guess that's a line. That puts me to 14, and they have 13 damage on board, so if we dodge... Well, I guess if they hit Bloodbraid Elf, they can't attack with Treetop Village. So we have to dodge Bolt and Culligan's Command. I guess that's probably fine. It's probably fine. There aren't any, like, toolboxy cards in this deck, right? No, it's just stuff. They have too many clunkers. Yeah, we're never beating a K command. I agree we're never beating a K command. We're not dead to BB. Or dead to BB is an objectively false statement. We're gaining 5 here, going to 14. It's good to know. That makes sense, Terminator. It's a shame this isn't Thoughtcast, because Thoughtcast would gain us 4 here. I unfortunately cannot cast this. I can make 2 blue, but I can only improvise for 1. So I guess we just hope they have Stone Nothing. If they have Stone Nothing, we might get to kill them next turn. So they have a card in their hand, and they get to draw 2 cards this turn, so pretty low chances of Stone Nothing. Bloodbraid Elf, that's not lethal. That is not lethal, right? It's only 13. So don't grudge or K command me, please. We could have saved a counter on the Prism. I thought I was using all my mana. I didn't count an advanced rogue. Yeah, there's correct. We had an island left over. Did not need to use a counter here. Because this is reusable and this is not. So we know they have a Bloodbraid Elf in their hand. You want to bend the Spire, right? Sweet. All right, we get another turn. We get another turn. One and 0, confirm different numbers. Okie doke. That's a good one. So I'm going to start with Reverse Engineer, right? So what am I picking up here? The Mox Opal is free. Definitely the Pentad Prism. Definitely the Springleaf Drum. Am I picking up this other drum? Probably. I can unyield if we can do more life in response. No, I think I want the extra mana, right? Because I want to be able to go PO into... Yeah, I'm going to pick all these up. Yeah, I think I pick everything but the Reservoir up.
Looking for some Cheerios. That's a Cheerio. I'm gonna go ahead and put this Glimmervoid into play before I accidentally misclick on a Citadel. I needed a creature there, though. I guess there's a non-zero chance we just, like, buffer health total back up. Yeah, we're just gonna, like, gain a bunch of health here so we don't die, ideally. Yeah, I'm just gonna cast this Serum Visions. The Thoughtcast, that's a Mox Opal. Alright, so I'm gonna go bottom this, top this. We might actually get there now. Depends on what's under that Mox Opal, right? Give me another 0. 2 zeros, 2 zeros. Yeah, buddy. Got him. Got him. Remember when Hogland was complaining and then he won the match? Remember when Hogland was complaining and then he won the match? What a nerd. Charge Malaysia. No, don't redirect. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. This deck, I'm still not convinced the deck does anything, okay, chat? I'm still not sure I understand, but we're undefeated, you know, 1-0. 1-0. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everyone's having a great Monday. Hanging out, playing some Modern Magic the Gathering. Zanga167. Thanks for re-upping that Twitch Prime support. I do appreciate it. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support what I do here. Would you call this deck slightly better or significantly better? Right? Asking the important questions. I'm gonna keep this. We have the Carter deck is named after in our hands. Basic Island. Hopefully it's another slow dirtily deck. That would be awesome. Mox Opal sounds great. I'm pretty sure I don't want the Whir though, since I already have this Aetherflux Reservoir in my hand. No, you cannot pay health that you don't have. You could not, so you can't pay 50 health if you don't have 50 health. Hey, Zombie Fishing. Thanks for sending your Amazon Fun Money this way this month. There's a lot of excellent people streaming on Twitch right now, so thanks for putting your Twitch Prime subscription towards my channel this month. I do appreciate that. Why did you laser me, bro? Look, we had to charge it up. I'm not responsible for what my lasers do. I am just a facilitator. I am merely a laser facilitator. They're not playing Storm because of Sulfur Falls. They could have been Storm up until the Sulfur Falls. Could have been Storm up until the Sulfur Falls. All right, so I want to jam the Aetherflux Reservoir. The question is, do I want to play two things in front of it? Or do I want to burn a counter off my Pentad Prism? I think I want to just burn a counter off my Pentad Prism here. Tilt. Tilt! I mean, if they want to spend a Cryptic Command killing my Glimmervoid, I think I'm okay with that. If they wanted to spend a Cryptic Command there, I think I would have been okay with that exchange. All right, well, since I drew this and they're holding mana up, do I just like play out my O's and pass? I kind of want to just play out my O's and pass. Who likes that? Who likes playing out a bunch of zeros and then passing? I guess we could die to Breach next turn, but like, this is a Snapcaster Mage if I ever smelt. This is a Snapcaster Mage or a Cryptic Command if I ever smelt it, right? So I think we're just going to go for the draw 4 here. I think my biggest issue, why wouldn't I play out all the zeros? I don't understand. Why wouldn't I play out all the zeros? Put my bowl of cereal on the table, pass the turn. Would you like to remand my Memnite? It's a good Memnite. Oh no! Oh no! Playing twin is twin. I thought they banned Splinter Twin, opponent. What do you mean you got Splinter Twin in your down? No! Oh no! Oh no! Splinter Twin makes my fun deck unplayable. Watsy, please ban. Please ban Splinter Twin. Watsy, my fun deck is unplayable. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! All right. Do we have any meaningful interaction here? We really don't, right? It's like 2 Metallic Rebuke, 2 Pact of Negation. I guess sideboarding with this deck is really easy. I just cut the 4 Manamorphose and bring in whichever 4 cards make the most sense. Why are there lab mans in the deck? I have no idea. This is a Jeff should filter the donation deck list better stream. Maybe there's some deep dark combination of cards in this deck list that I just don't understand and am not trying and have incorrectly figured out. Maybe we're gonna have an epiphany in like match 4 and just be like, whoa, we've been doing it wrong the entire time. We've been doing it wrong for the last 3 matches. How do we gain infinite life? Enlighten me. Oh, the lab mans for when they have infinite life. Wait. Does Mox Opal turn on the legendary Mox? What's the wording on the legendary Mox? I'm suddenly very concerned. This doesn't turn it on, right? God bless. God bless. Creature, but God bless. Woo! That would have been... I feel like somebody else would have been up in arms about that. All right, good. Oh, it also has to have a color. That's good to know. Sweet. Oh, so it doesn't work with Karn. Doesn't work with Karn. Poor Karn. Thanks for watching, Medzip. I'm glad you enjoy them. Pick some cards up here. Negate. That's rude. I'll burn a counter off of this. I didn't have to pay a health there. I realized after I clicked the Thoughtcast, I didn't have to pay a health there. I understand. Mistakes were made. The reason why I paid a health there is I wasn't paying attention. I'm casting this here because next turn they'll have Snap, Negate, and Cryptic Command up, so playing this into here is our best option. 16 more turns, opponent. 16 more turns. Yeah, this deck is weird. I feel like this deck falls into the category that a lot of the decks I reject fall into, which is the combo it's trying to execute is slow and the deck isn't interactive. So generally speaking, if you want to play a deck that's extremely linear in Modern, if your Modern deck is going to have zero interaction with it, it had better be able to Goldfish a turn 3 kill if you want it to be competitive. That's my rule of thumb. If you are putting zero interaction in a Modern deck that you're brewing or working on, if that deck can't theoretically win the game by turn 3, you need to put some interaction in it. So you gotta pick one or the other. That game was completely irrelevant to what I was just talking about, Master Jareth. This deck is slow and non-interactive are factual things that were completely disjointed from the good Modern decks. Yes, that deck has a turn 3 kill. That deck 100% has a turn 3 Goldfish. Yes, in general, if you're not sure what you're going to be playing against, you should favor playing linear decks. I think I'm going bottom here. I'm just like looking for land artifacts, right? Yeah, ideally the best decks in Modern do both. They can interact and they have fast Goldfish kills. What's our turn 3 look like? Genuinely don't know what a turn 3 looks like. I guess it's Springleaf Drum into Opal, play Reservoir on turn 2, and then untap in turn 3. Okay, I'd buy that for $1. I agree that sounds pretty inconsistent and terrible, though. This cost me 3, which is exactly how much mana I have. I believe, in general, Humans is not favored against Lantern, but I have not played it firsthand, so don't quote me on that. Oh, good, we're playing against this. Sweet. This matchup's probably not bad for us. This matchup's probably not bad. Am I just POing here? I think I'm just gonna PO, right? The V in my name is pronounced Vey. Sounds good, Vey. So let's draw 4.
How do our Memnites win through the bridge, right? Asking the real questions. I don't understand. How do your Memnites win if there's a bridge in play? Vaco. And then I don't have enough to play this reverse engineer just yet. Please just keep playing games past a single Aetherflux destruction. I mean, if we have other tools, I'm gonna keep playing Mr. Tasty. But if we like have 6 lands in my hand and no draw spells, I'm gonna be done. I'm certain we can beat a single Aetherflux Reservoir being countered or whatever, but when like that last game where we had nothing, I think that's worthwhile. A game that's worth conceding. They have nothing. That's great. So blue, then tap you. Can't actually cast this. Oh, I can cast this. All right. So I'm going to do this and kind of get a 1-mana discount. Oh yeah, Pithing Needle's kind of great, right? I feel like that's gonna be a new meme on this channel. We're actually just cold to that game 1, right? Yeah, this is really... I don't know if we're going to finish this league. This deck isn't particularly interesting or powerful. Am I supposed to bring in Laboratory Maniac? That seems terrible. Are we ever realistically drawing our entire deck? That seems super unlikely. That seems ridiculously unlikely that I'm going to draw my entire deck. Yeah, but like, so the problem is if they're milling us, they have full control over what's going on. I mean, a good Lantern player should almost certainly leave their Pyrite Spellbomb in their deck. I don't understand. I just feel like I'm already boarding in 5 cards. I don't really want to board more cards than that. I don't really want to board in more cards than that. Let's finish this match and see how it goes. Let's cut a random thing. I don't know if we're gonna play more than this. I feel like this matchup might not be terrible. I don't know. We can maybe steal one. think I'm just bottoming aggressively here. We just need cards that do stuff, right? So we were hoping the Serum Visions would find first. I should have played that because we could technically attack them, but let's be honest, we're probably not nickeling and diming them out of the game. Alright, we immune to discard. Waiting for some draw threes. Some draw twos, some draw threes. Some POs. It's not good cruising in. It's really clunky and awkward. It's a pretty slow affinity hand, right? That's what a lot of these hands feel like. It's like we should have balled looking for Ravager, right? Alright, yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and play against Lantern. Let's, I mean, or they could mill us to Whir of Invention. Alright, Lantern. Lantern player effed up. Oh. Lantern player effed up. We'll continue playing, I guess. Blue, blue. Let's leave these back for the Whir. They've got 2 lock pieces. Deal. Blue. And then blue here. And then these 4. Go get my Aetherflux Reservoir. Alright. And at this point, we're just pretty statistically unlikely to ever hit a good card, and just playing against Lantern at this point is miserable. So, I'm just going to drop this league. I don't understand what the goal of this deck is. Maybe it's just to do something cute, but like I said, this deck is, it's not interactive, and it's not particularly fast in how it assembles and executes its combo. So, I just feel like it doesn't, like, tick the boxes I'm looking for a deck to tick when I'm like looking to play a deck in Modern. Modern doesn't have a metagame. Lucatog by and large does not have a metagame. The concept of a metagame in Modern really doesn't exist outside of like your local game store where the same 30 people show up to play Magic every week. Like on the Open Grand Prix, like you know, MTGO level, there's just so many decks that so many different people play that just like you can't really meta